Chapter 24. Veruca in the nut room. Mr. Wonka rushed down the corridor. The nut room is set on the next door they came to. "All right," said Mr. Wonka. "Stop here for a moment and catch your breath. And take a peek through the glass panel of this door. But don't go in. Whatever you do, don't go in the nut room. If you go in, you disturb the squirrels." Everyone crowded around the door. "Oh, look, Grandpa, look!" cried Charlie. "Squirrels!" shouted Veruca's son. "Corgis!" said Mike TV. It was an amazing sight. 100 squirrels were sitting up on high stools around a large table. On the table there was mounds and mounds of walnuts, and the squirrels were all walking away like mad, shelling the walnuts on a tremendous speed. These squirrels were specially trained for getting the nuts out of walnuts, Mr. Wonka explained. "Why you use squirrels?" Mike TV asked. "Why you use Malumpa?" "Because," said Mr. Wonka, "Malumpa can eat walnuts out of walnut shells in peace. They always break them in two. Nobody says squirrels can get walnuts all out of walnut shells every time. It is extremely difficult, but in my factory I use up only whole walnuts. Therefore, I have to have squirrels to do the job. Aren't they wonderful? Which way they can those nuts out, then see how faithful each one is with their conkles to be sure. Savage one their nuts to be sure is not a bad one. If it's bad, it makes hollow sound. And they don't bother to open it, they just throw it down the rubbish chute. There, look, watch the squirrel nest to us. I think he's got to go bad one now." They watched the little squirrel as he tapped the walnut shell his knuckles. He crooked his head to one side, listening intently. Then suddenly he threw the nut over his shoulder into a large hole in the floor. "Hey, Mommy!" shouted Veruca so suddenly. "If I decided I want a squirrel, get me one of those squirrels." "Don't be silly, sweetheart," said Mrs. Sudds. "These all belong to Mr. Wonka." "I don't care about that," shouted Veruca. "I want one. Oh, I've got a home and 2 dogs, 4 cats, and 6 bunny rabbits, and 2 parrot kids, and 3 canaries, and a green parrot, and a turtle, and a bowl of goldfish, and a cage of white mice, and a silly whistle. I want a squirrel." "All right, my pets," Mrs. Sudds said sternly. "Mommy's get you a squirrel just as soon as she possibly can." "But I don't want any old squirrel," Veruca shouted. "I want a tree squirrel." At this point, Mrs. Sudds, Veruca's father, stepped forward. "Very well, Veruca," said politely, taking out a wallet full of money. "How much do you want for one of those squirrels? Name your price." "They're not for sale," Mr. Wonka answered. "She can't have one." "Who says I can't?" shouted Veruca. "I'm going in to get myself one this very minute." "Don't," said Mr. Wonka quickly, but he was too late. The girl had already thrown open the door and rushed in. The moment she entered the room, 100 squirrels stopped what they were doing and turned their heads and stared at her with small black beady eyes. Veruca saw stopped also and stared back at him. Then her gaze fell upon a pretty little squirrel sitting nearest to her at the one end of the table. The squirrel was holding a walnut in its paws. "All right," Veruca said, "I'll have you." She reached out her hands to grab the scroll, but as she did so, in the first split second when her hands started to go forward, there was a sudden flash of movement in the room, like a flash of brown lightning, and every single scroll around the table took a flying leap towards her and landed on the body. 25 of them caught hold of her right arm, pinned it down. 25 more caught hold of her left arm and pinned it down. 25 caught hold of the knight's leg and the entrails in the ground. 24 caught hold of the left leg, and one remaining scroll, obviously the leader of them all, climbed up onto the shoulder and started tapping the red girl said with his knuckles. "Save us!" screamed Mrs. Salt. "Veruca, come back! What are they throwing to her?" "They're testing her to see if she's a bad nut," said Mr. Wonka. "You watch." Veruca struggled furiously by the squirrel's head. Her tie as she couldn't move. The squirrel on her on the shoulder, tapping the side of her head his snuggles, and all at once the squirrel pulled Veruca to the ground and started carrying her across the floor. "My goodness, she's bad not after all," said Mr. Wonka. "Her head must have get quite hollow." Veruca kicked and screamed, but it was no use. A tiny strong paws held her tightly and she couldn't escape. "Where are they taking her?" shrieked Mrs. Salt. "She's going where all the other bad nuts go," said Mr. Willy Wonka. "Don't rubbish it." "By golly, she's going down the shore," said Mr. Wonka. And Mrs. Salt. Mrs. Salt. "She's going all the other best nuts go," said Mr. Willy Wonka. "They save her!" cried Mrs. Salt. "Too late," said Mr. Wonka. "She's gone!" And then she said, "But where?" she Mrs. Salt, flapping her arm. "What happens to the bad nuts? Where does the child go to?" "The particular child," said Mr. Wonka told her, "runs directly into the great big main rubbish pipe which carries all the rubbish from every part of the factory, all the floor sweeping and potato peelings and rotten cabbage and fish and stuff like that." "Who eats fish and cabbage and potatoes in this factory, I'd like to know?" said McTeevee. "I do, of course," said Mr. Wonka. "You don't think I live on the cocoa beans, do you?" But screamed Mrs. Salt, "where does the great big pipe go to into the end?" "Why, to the furnace, of course," Mr. Wonka said firmly. "To the circle." Mrs. Salt opened a huge red mouth and started to scream. "Don't worry," said Mr. Wonka. "There's always a chance that they decided not lighted today." "A chance!" yelled Mrs. Salt. "My darling Veruca, she should be seasoned like a sausage." "Quite right, my dear," said Mr. Salt. "Now see here, Wonka," he added, "I think you've gone just a shade too far this time. I do indeed. My daughter may be a bit of frump. I don't mind admitting it, but that doesn't mean you can roast her to eat crisp. I have you now. I'm extremely cross about this. I really am." "Oh, don't be cross, my dear Sauce," said Mr. Wonka. "I expect she'll turn up again sooner or later. She says just below the entrance hall, and if that's the case, all you'll have to do is go in and pull her up again." Hearing that, poor Mrs. Salt dashed into the room and ran over to the hole in the foot and peered. "Veruca!" shouted Mrs. Salt. "Are you down there?" There was no answer. Mrs. Salt bent forward to get a closer look, and she was kneeling right on the edge of the hole with her head down and enormous behind sticking up in the air like a giant mushroom. It was a dangerous position to be in. Needed one tiny little push, one gentle nudge in the right place. And exactly that the squirrel's gave fall, almost toppled into the whole half full, screeching like a parrot. "God gracious me," said Mr. Salt as he watched the fat's wife go tumbling down the hole. "What a lot of rubbish there's going to be today," saw her disappearing into the darkness. "What's it like down the laguna?" she called out, leaned forward. The squirrels rushed up behind. "Help!" shouted, but he was already toppling forward, and down the chutes he bounced just as his wife had done before him. And he started. "Oh dear!" cried Charlie, who was watching with the others through the door. "What on earth's going to happen to them now?" "Expect someone will catch them at the bottom of the sewer," said Mr. Wonka. "But what about the great frozen center?" asked they light in left every other day, said Mr. Wonka. "Perhaps this is one of the days that they left it go out. You never know, they might be lucky." "Shh," said Grandpa Joe. "Listen, here comes some of the songs." From far away on the corridor came the beating of drums. The singing began. 그럼 이번에는 젠젠젠제 바로 가서 생다 balloon pass baru casa the little birds just gone along the rubbish and as we read the little it's a case like this we are to see the thing completely to polish off our pants to down there goes Baruch on the rain and her as we should explain it. She remitted this kinds of rather different set of friends to the sun she was left behind spent to be nearly find a fish for example caught this morning from morning. But hello, good morning, honey, you do nice to meet you. How are you? And then a little further down and a mess of hearts scattered out. A vehicle and some icon, but all of our have red guns, and hold a secret that nobody could chew on. Start from a noise, search through sounds, so slow and gray. One smelly from a mile away, rode another wrecky pier, a thing that their hands left on. I said lots of fun, 13 as well each. We read a roaring smile, this a better cousin you find is. Then she with me, that's a she's the second and it is pride. She has to pay for the going so very for the say, oh, now my. Just really thinking you might be wondering it is early right there. Every single bit of blame on those scolding and the shame should fall upon Baraka. So she the only one and fought for the shipos and that roughly so a girl against border. Self you know was bolder than who did it. He remembered too. However, need you turned into such a bright who were the therapist who did it. And so you needn't look so false to feel like her themselves. They are just embarrassed at all their fathers and mom and dad. And that is why we're glad they. And that is not real that they head into the love is just fine.